Hey, welcome everyone for the thought for the day today. Before I begin, I just want to mention about the 6-12-6 prayer moments that we want you to have. At 6 a.m. we will pray for the sick. At 12 noon, we will pray for the medical staff and the doctors. And then at 6 p.m., we will pray for the leaders in the church, in government that need to make some amazing decisions at this time of COVID-19. And then, can I also encourage every one of you, coming Sunday, would you gather around, wake up, now say you come for the 7:30 service, would you get up, get ready, showered up and get dressed up and get around the digital platform you have, your computer, your television, your screens, and would you make sure to be around following us on the 7:30 and the 10:30 services? We would like you to do that. And would you also press the like button and share it with others, with all of your friends? All right? Okay, let's go in now for the thought for the day. I just love reading the scriptures, especially about Good Friday and Saturday and the Resurrection Sunday, especially at Easter time. I love reading these passages, and I also love coming across some of the most intricate details that John speaks about. And I'm looking at John chapter 21 verse 7. This is what he says. Then the disciple whom Jesus loved, that's John, said to Peter, "It is the Lord." As soon as Simon Peter heard him say, "It is the Lord," he wrapped his outer garment around him, for he had taken it off, and jumped into the water. I love that little detail that John puts in there. You know why? It's beautiful to know why, or I'm just trying to imagine why John even put it there to begin with. It all began with Peter saying after the resurrection, "I'm going fishing." And Peter is always the leader, and he leads the pack out. And the other disciples say, "Hey, we'll go with you." So they went at night, they came back, no fish. They were so disappointed. Mind you, their disappointment must have been so sad for them. And as they were nearing the shore, they hear someone calling out, "Friends, did you catch any fish?" And they didn't know who it was. They didn't know that it was Jesus. And Jesus said, "Put your net on the right side, and you will find some fish there." Would you believe Jesus' sum turned out to be 153 fish, mind you. And it was an amazing, miraculous catch because the Lord told them exactly where the fish were. It turned their disappointment into joy. But you know what? There was disappointment that was also going to be turned into joy for another disciple by the name of Peter. John turns to Peter, and this is where he says the words, "It is the Lord." And the moment that he hears those words, "It is the Lord," watch what he does. He grabs his garment, his outer garment, and would you believe, jumps into the water. I would have thought, well, leave that garment aside, just dive right in. But he is, I think, so concerned about how he presents himself, I think, to the Lord. He wraps his outer garment around him, jumps in, and mind you, the boat is only 100 yards from the shore. But Peter couldn't wait to get to Jesus. His desire to meet the Lord was so strong because he wanted to talk to him alone. He left the disciples there 100 yards away, and he rushed to talk to Jesus, and nothing was going to stop him. Absolutely nothing. He's like a little kid, excited because for once he's going to be able to see his Lord that he longed that he could talk to and see and pour his heart out to. And once he got to Jesus, I don't know what type of a conversation he had. I wonder whether he poured out his heart to the Lord and said, "Father, I am so sorry that I messed up. I denied you 3 times. You told me I was going to do it." And then between sobs and groans, he must have said, "Jesus, would you please forgive me?" And you know what? That amazing interchange that he had with Jesus made him a changed man altogether. No wonder Peter was never the same again. No wonder he was even willing to die for Jesus. And when it came to Peter's death, would you believe he was going to be crucified just like the way Jesus was? But you know what he said? "I'm not worthy to die the way my Lord did." And he said, "Crucify me upside down." He went and he died for the Lord Jesus Christ. See, if you meet Jesus, you will never be the same again. You will never be the same again. And I want to challenge you. Maybe you are someone who doesn't even know Jesus. You are not a follower of Jesus. but would you come to meet him? And if you meet him, I'm telling you, like Peter, you will never be the same again. Or maybe you're a person that has made mistakes. You're a Christian and you've made so many mistakes and messed up. Can I tell you something? The Lord would love to talk to you. He'd love to speak to you, to provide breakfast to you, to feed you, to care for you, and to love you, and to tell you, I love you and I want you back in my family. So would you come and meet Jesus all over again, afresh, and experience him to be an awesome God in your life as well? God bless you.